Uh, okay, so in terms of your business at the moment, what is it that you're particularly working with, and what types of clients do you particularly work with?
They come to me and I help them in physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, and interpersonal spheres of their lives.
So what was the reason that you wanted to study at Quest Institute? What's the kind of your journey in questy, becoming a questie?
I'd always been interested in NLP and neuro-linguistic programming from Robbins and Bandler and Grinder, and I had all the cassettes and CDs and all this stuff over the years. So I was always interested in all of that. And then a friend of mine went on the course. He's a GP, and he was like, "Yeah, it was really good." And we talked much about how being in a room with somebody to teach you that stuff is so important. And I felt that with Trevor, I could get that. And so I went. So that was why I wanted that, because that one-to-one experience and that proximity to when you're learning it really gave me the nuanced elements of understanding that I needed to be able to do it properly. I couldn't do it properly before that. I think I was doing it maybe 40%, but after the course, I'd say I'm at 80%, where, the understanding of how you visualize, what you visualize, how you do the swish pattern, and at what point you switch, and what the trigger is and stuff. Once you've had that practical experience, and plus once you've been able to ask questions to somebody directly there, I think that changed stuff. So that changed a lot. Yeah. So Quest made perfect sense. When I started some of this journey, there were 2-3 different types of courses I was doing, and Trevor took me aside. And he was like, "Listen, young man, decide what you're going to do and then turn up early." And then I was like, "That's a good idea. That's a good idea, Trevor."
If obviously you have so much experience from everything that you've learned over time, so if you would have to kind of narrow one little tip or tool or resources that you would want to give to someone who's watching this to help them in some way, what would you give them?
I think I would teach them open awareness and meditation. I'd take about 5 minutes out of their day, and we'd just relax. We'd work on our breathing pattern, and we would just go into a bit more of a relaxed state. And I teach them how that relaxed state is like a trance, that, just like but hypnosis is really about trances, and we're always in a trance. When we're in that I want them to, I would give them 5 minutes of experiential understanding of a relaxed, open awareness, meditative state that they can access whenever they need. I would give them that.
So if there is anything practical that after watching this video, learning something from you, would it be the meditation that you would invite people to go and kind of experience, or come and see you do experience?
That's right. So for example, as we're talking and nodding, and just that little bit of, we're both there at that point. We're both effectively, like, so if you just relax right now and just for a moment, right? Because Laura, most people don't do this, right? So the human being, not human doing. Right. Okay, so you're there now. That's it. Okay, so just more of this, and then I would expand this. And then they feel like, yeah, wow, okay, I'm in this spot, right? I'm not so concerned about the career or the relationship or the addiction issue that drives them so much, because they go into a spot where they're complete, right? Like, so most people, you're complete, you're perfect, genius is your heritage, right? But and they don't hear that in the world. And so we give that to them, because you're a remarkable young lady, and you're really doing amazing things, and that's important.
Wonderful. Thank you very much for that.
Cool.